Okay, hi guys. I told you that I would go over the notes and everything that we were taking. I just want to go real quickly about some of the stuff that we're gonna go over. Part of the score was originality, um, and I guess everybody's definition of originality is different, but what we were looking for is like more variety of different monologues and dialogues, and most of you actually did something from Vampire Academy book. So if you did do a monologue or dialogue from the Vampire Academy book, then your score did go down. And I think there was actually 2 people that did the same exact monologue from Vampire Academy. So, yeah, that kind of hurt some people's scores. I also wanted to say, like, on a side note, my judges, we have the one judge who's like super sweet and nice and all that, and she kind of, just, I don't know. And then we have 2 judges who are kind of like Simon Cowell off of American Idol. I couldn't think of the title there for a second. So they did kind of judge harshly, and then I'm sort of like in between when we were judging the videos. So if you were wondering why your score was really low, it's because we had 2 really harsh judges. But they did give some good advice as to what you can use to improve, so I hope that you take the advice and you use it to improve, and that you get better and you come back and you do this again. Because if you do become famous in Hollywood, you are going to get a lot of critics and a lot of people that are going to be judging you, so you need to learn to take in the criticism and then just bounce back. So, yeah. And then, let's see. I'm only going to go over 4 people today, or in this video, because 3 of the other videos are not finished being judged, and one of the videos wasn't actually an entry, but I still wanted to give, Emily? I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but you sent us a video for Natalie. So anyway, I'll still give you feedback on that. So, first up is Stephanie. A lot of the notes about you was your facial expressions and your emotions. Your emotions, like you can hear it in your voice and in your hand motions and everything, but your eyes are dead. They don't move. Your mouth's moving, your hands are moving, your body's moving, but your eyes, they stay still. So that was one of the things that we wanted you to work on, was being able to move your eyes around. And I was just looking at your video right now, and you do take quite a few pauses, and it's good to have pauses in your video, but not so often, and you have to kind of, I don't know, make it feel like it's supposed to be there. You did a Vampire Academy monologue, so that's what did hurt your score a little bit. Oh, smoother transitions in between your emotions was another one. So like you're going from, you're angry, you're yelling at Lisa because you're mad that you've always had to be her shadow, and then now you want to go help Dimitri and she doesn't want you to leave. And then you start crying about Dimitri, and it's just, wanted a smoother transition between that. Some videos, because I was trying to look for some reference for you. It's kind of hard finding videos about friends fighting and stuff, but I found one from the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, and it's this scene where Carmen is talking to Tibby and about how she threw a rock at her dad's house window, and Tibby's kind of like not supporting her, and they start arguing. And the other one is actually a fight scene from the Notebook. I know it's 2 lovers that are fighting, but I think you could apply that to this scene, because Rose and Lisa, they do love each other, not in a romantic way, obviously, but they're quarreling because they love each other like sisters. They're best friends. They would do anything for each other. So take a look at the videos. I will put snippets of the scene as soon as I'm done blabbing my mouth, and I'll also post the link where you can watch the full entire scene in the info. Yeah, that thing down there. So anyway, I hope that helps a little bit, and these are snippets from the scene.
No! how I hate you, you
Well, I hate
bastard!
you. If you leave here, I hate you.
What
I hate you
have you
if
ever
you leave
paid any
here.
attention to anything that's been happening?
I guess not. I think I must have misread all of those signals.
I guess you did.
Okay, next up is Mackenzie. I was reading the info on the wall, and everybody thinks that Mackenzie's gonna get it. I did like your monologue. I thought I was absolutely like amazed that you can make yourself cry. Honestly, because I can't make myself cry unless I think of something really depressing, and then I get in front of the camera and I just can't make myself cry anymore. So I give you props for that. One of the notes for that was smoother emotion transition. You go from, you're talking about, well, what I got from the scene is you're talking about a dead dad. This little girl's dad's dead, I think. I'm not sure, actually. But you're talking about how he has different things in his pockets and stuff like that. And then you start crying because he's dead. Well, it's your memory about him. You're remembering things about him, and then you realize that he's dead. I'm not really sure how else you would play that scene, but that was some of the notes that were taken. It's just because you're talking about your dad and how he was treating you. The note says to work on different emotions. My suggestion would be is like if you're talking about your dad, you're more happy about it. You don't seem depressed because you're down on memory lane somewhere. You're not in the present. You're just like, he used to bring me things, and you're happy about it. And then you slowly start getting into the realization where he's not here anymore. He's gone. He's dead. Let's see. And that's about it. The scene I found for this, actually, was I found a music video. It's Just a Dream by Carrie Underwood. The whole music video is about she married her husband, and he was in the army, and he ends up dying not too long after they got married, and she starts crying in the video, and I'll put the snippet that I want you to see, and I'll leave the link for the entire music video. And then the other scene that I wanted to look at was from a movie called Raising Helen, and it's in the very beginning somewhere, about these kids. They just lost both their parents, and everybody's coming over to give out their condolences, and it's a funeral scene, so hopefully you can extract something valuable from those scenes. So here you go. Okay, and next is Randy. Okay, Randy, there's another girl that did send in an audition, and she ended up doing the same exact monologue you did. So that brought your score and her score down a whole lot. So one of the things was, that's not Randy. My friend Monica, she's actually one of the more Simon Cowell type judges. She would really, really liked your video up until the point where you have that, Rose has that epiphany about Dimitri wanting to stay in control. What kind of threw her off is like you're talking, and then you pause, and then your eyes get all big, and then you're like, but you don't want to stay in control, or I don't know, it was kind of like over-exaggerated. I couldn't find any videos really on like epiphany stuff. I'll keep looking. If I find one, I will post it on your page. Where's notes? Work on different emotions. And then just practice different emotions. Practice being, towards the end, she's like, and sometimes you don't want to. Practice being more sensual, more luring, and you're trying to bring Dimitri in, you want me type thing. So, that was it on your notes, I think, pretty much. Yep, that was pretty much it. I couldn't find too many videos, for yours, actually. Like I said, once I find some, I will post them on your wall. And, because I made a playlist on my, the New Face YouTube channel. I made a playlist on there, and I'll put it on there too. Next is, last but not least, Taylor. you sent in a monologue from Mean Girls. All my friends enjoyed yours. It was pretty funny. You're just freaking out on camera. Some of the notes about yours were too much intro. You were talking a lot in the beginning, and actually that's one of the things that a lot of people were doing. They were talking too much in the beginning in their intro, but your intro is longer than your monologue. I think the whole intro was like 1 minute and 10 seconds, and your monologue was 20 seconds. So shorten up your intro. Pick a longer monologue. Also, pick a monologue that's gonna show more emotion, more range. Make it longer too. You got compliments on staying in character. Yeah, so that was just the main problem with yours. Your monologue was too short, and you talk too much in the beginning in your intro. So make your intros shorter and your monologues longer. And I was trying to find a video for you, and I had like the perfect scene in mind. It's from my mom's favorite movie. It's called Just Like Heaven. I don't know if you've seen it. It's Reese Witherspoon, and her character ends up going into a coma, and her spirit kind of just bugs the person that's living in her apartment now, and they end up falling. It's a love story. Anyway, there's this one scene. I couldn't find it on YouTube, but if you go rent the movie or something, or you know a website where you can watch the movie for free, there's this one scene that I want you to look at. It's where the main guy, he goes and talks to Reese Witherspoon's character's sister, and she's in the middle of cooking dinner for her kids, and she's talking to him, and he's trying to convince her not to pull the plug on Reese's character, and that she'll come back, and he knows that she'll come back and whatnot. And there's a part where, throughout the entire scene, she's yelling at her kids because her kids are crazy, and the character's kind of crazy herself, and she's pulling out the casserole out of the oven, and she starts yelling at her kids like, "Who put SpongeBob in the casserole?" And I don't know, it was just a really funny scene. And then there's also a part where she ends up thinking that he's really crazy, and she starts running around the house at him with a knife, and it was really funny. So if you wanted a reference video, that was the scene I would suggest for you to look at. And I think I'm finished. So I hope some of these notes help you guys, and I wish you good luck on the next one, and I hope to see if you've taken my advice and some of our advice in next audition videos, or if you want to send me another audition video of you redoing the scene, or I don't know. I'm just looking forward to see if you guys can improve. It'd be really fun to watch. Alright, I've done enough talking, and I will talk to you guys later when we finish judging. Alright, bye guys!